used to get jealous when my father would take my siblings to go rape them instead of raping me. And I know that sounds really weird, but when this was happening, I was only 10 and 11 years old. And my dad didn't really show a whole lot of attention outside of the sexual abuse. He did here and there. Like, he was very funny. He was fun to be around. He would take us to Six Flags sometimes. But I think the times that I seen my father, like, or I really felt like he seen me the most, that he really, like, enjoyed my company, enjoyed me as a daughter, was when he was sexually abusing me. So I did get jealous because I did see him, like, take my siblings off more than me, probably because I smelled like piss because I peed on the bed. But that would really hurt my feelings, and it would make me feel like, well, I'm not good enough. They're doing something better than me, or he enjoys that time with them more than he does with me. And I've talked about that a little bit in some of my old videos of how, like, I started, like, finding myself and finding my body parts and, like, figuring stuff out on my own so I could figure out how to please my dad the way that my siblings were, or the way that it looked like. It probably looked different from my eyes than what it really was, because I mean, I'm just a child, like, seeing my sisters get attention. So my child brain was probably perceiving it however it wanted to and made it seem that way. But I think that really carried into my adulthood. I'm going to tell you why. Like, what hurt me more than my dad, like, being physically abusive and sexually abusive, because he was physically abusive too, was learning that my dad did something very terrible, because I didn't know it was bad when he was doing it. I didn't know it was bad until he got arrested and went to prison for it. But it was probably just that feeling of being abandoned by my dad because he chose to do something bad to me, because I still wanted my dad. Like, now I don't have a dad, and I still love my dad, and this isn't fair to me because I don't have my daddy anymore. So when I became an adult, I chose really shitty men. And a lot of that, I think, is just because I needed somebody. I couldn't wait. I had to have somebody right now. And it's easier to find a shitty man than it is to find a good man. So I would choose first thing that would accept me, because I need to feel loved. I need somebody, like, to give me attention. I need that attention I was getting from my dad. And just somebody could sit there, a partner could sit there and beat me black and blue all night, and it wouldn't bother me as much as catching them cheating, which always ended up happening. But I think that really relates back to, like, my dad and that jealousy that I felt that he took my sisters instead of me, because I would, in the relationships, I would sit in my head all the time, like, to the point where I would go on social media, look at every single like, every single comment, like, under a picture. I would zoom in on my partner's, like, sunglasses to see if there was a woman in the background, because I was so afraid that person was going to, like, choose somebody over me. And obviously I called them cheating before, so it put me even more in my head. But I can't leave them, because then I'll be abandoned again. And I love this person, even though this person's cheating on me, hurt me physically. I don't want that feeling that my dad gave me again. So I forgive, I stay. But that feeling of being cheated on in my adult life hurt more than I think any kind of pain in a relationship that I've ever felt. And I think that really just has so much to do with that feeling that I had as a little girl. And that was a really hard realization to come to today, is that really did carry over into my adult life.
I literally hate when people turn abuse into a joke, especially when it involves a child. Do people not understand how abuse, especially sexual abuse, messes up your mental when you are a child? Adults that have experienced childhood sexual abuse tend to have shame and guilt that sometimes stem from manipulation from their abuser. Victims of CSA also tend to blame themselves. Many survivors struggle to manage their emotions, leading to mood swings, irritability, emotional numbness, or intense emotional responses to triggers. Survivors of CSA may struggle to form and maintain healthy, stable relationships. They may fear intimacy or vulnerability, or repeatedly enter into unhealthy relationship patterns, sometimes mirroring the dynamics of the abuse they experienced when they were a child. And Gen Z in the comments, and I can speak, y'all, because I'm part of Gen Z, and I'm truly disgusted about how insensitive this generation has become. Like, if you're disgusted by her thought process when she was a child, you should be, because no child should have to go through that. Y'all are more mad at her than her abuser, who contributed to that mindset. And maybe me saying y'all are mad is like me being dramatic, but y'all are definitely being very insensitive, and some of y'all are irritated that she's speaking out about it. One comment saying, I learned English to hear this. Another one saying, by Gino Fresco. So why are we sharing this information? To, I don't know, maybe spread awareness? Like, what? Are y'all slow? Like, I truly... Oh my gosh. Average dad in Ohio. What in the America? I'm sorry, what? And honestly, you as a woman, Ellie, should know that this isn't a joke, and this isn't a place or a time to joke about someone's abuse, especially that a child had to endure. I had to scroll back up. I'm so sorry. You didn't have to put that in the comments. That's one way to start a video. Why would you want her to start a serious topic off? 2K likes, by the way. The first one that says, so why are we sharing this information, has 5,000. I wonder how many men think like that. And just to know, me knowing that a lot of women also think that rape and sexual assault, especially when it's done to a child, isn't that serious of a topic that you can just dismiss it like that and put in the comments something insensitive. It's not like you were just thinking it. You commented it and you picked out a picture to go with your comment. That's literally disgusting. And I'm gonna put another girl's video on here. She made a video on this topic and I think it's a very good one.
I used to get jealous when my father would take my siblings to go rape them instead of raping me. And I know that sounds really weird.
Some of y'all are weird as fuck. Y'all will take any opportunity to make something out of a joke. This lady is talking about how she was abused as a child. I'm seeing people stitch or remake her video or whatever the fuck. Talking about some, oh, you were mad because your siblings didn't share your dad's. Y'all weird. To even word it like that is crazy. Cher is insane when he was raping those kids. She's talking about how she was abused and how her father shut her out unless he was abusing her. And y'all sitting up here saying that she's jealous because she wanted to fuck her dad? Are y'all dumb? Y'all must not have ever been abused or know shit about abuse. Go educate yourself. Y'all, like, I'm really pissed off. Y'all all turned it into a joke instead of listening for a couple more seconds and using your fucking brain to process what the fuck she's saying. She's not saying she was jealous because she wanted to fuck her dad. She's saying that her dad was abusing her and her siblings. That's what she's saying. And then she's saying he would purposely make her jealous by not picking her. As a child, that's going to affect you. Have y'all never heard of wanting love and wanting to be around a parent or a family member even though they hurt you because you're a kid and you can't help it? You can't help but love them? Some of y'all grew up with dads that was beating the shit out of y'all, but y'all never wanted nothing to happen to him. Y'all still wanted a relationship with him, right? Even though he was beating your ass, or your mama was beating your ass, and you still want a relationship with her, and you still want to love from her because why? You loved her. You wanted attention from her. That's the same shit she's saying. She was just being great. Her siblings were just being great. Are y'all fucking slow? Y'all need to pay attention in school, dead ass. Because some of y'all are dumb. And if you've never been abused in this type of way, or you've never been touched on anything like that, shut the fuck up. If it's not supportive or uplifting them, shut the fuck up. Because y'all get on here and y'all say a lot of offensive, uneducated, ignorant shit. And then y'all wonder why motherfuckers be getting on y'all ass and report y'all page and shit, getting your account banned because you're fucking stupid. Use your brain and use your fucking ears. Listen to the whole video before you get on here making a fucking mean video and trying to get laughs in the comments with your dumb ass. Some of y'all are really weird. And y'all going to the place below. Y'all wonder why victims never speak up, why they feel like they don't have a voice, why they feel like they can't tell their story, without feeling like somebody's gonna make fun of them or think they're lying or something like that because y'all do this weird shit. This is still a part of her story. She was abused. She was jealous. Because I don't even think it was that. I think the girl just wanted love and attention, affection, the right way. But because she wasn't in close proximity to that, she took what she could get. And that's what she's saying. That's literally what she's saying. If you continue to listen to the video. But y'all don't care to do that because y'all are weird and ignorant. I would hate to be around y'all. I would hate to be associated with y'all. Y'all are fucking disgusting.
And I couldn't agree more. Joking about abuse, especially when it comes to children, will make them not want to come out because they're going to feel like they're not going to be taken seriously when they come out. Who wants to be made fun of for being raped as a kid? Who wants to feel that way? Like, they are literally misunderstanding what she's saying, and instead of asking for her to clarify if you don't understand, because I feel like she was so clear, but if you really don't understand what she's saying, you can ask her to clarify. As always, like and subscribe and tell me in the comments how you feel about this situation. As I stated already, I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted on how people are reacting to this. Have a good day, night, wherever you are.